Well, hello everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Well, this is a beautiful day. This is a freaking great day. Thiago ready to tackle Alcantara is training with Bayern Munich. There were stories coming out from the most reliable newspapers and sources of all time that Thiago was having an extra vacation in Barcelona, and that's apparently not the case because he's training with Bayern. And we know the links with Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp coming out today and pretty much saying Thiago's a good player and trying to say, I wish he could end the speculation. Pretty much just confirming what we know about this transfer, saying it's weird, it's confusing, it's a lot of twists and turns. Apparently, Wijnaldum is about to sign a new contract or just remain at Liverpool. So that pretty much gives Liverpool a completely new perspective on Thiago's transfer because Wijnaldum's future is pretty much figured out now, where he's going to stay at Liverpool. So that gives Bayern Munich fans a lot of hope, and I choose not to have any of it. I won't be getting new hope. I am not Star Wars. I just won't. I won't have any hope right now because I just feel like the things that we're hearing need to be signified by Thiago playing in 7 days when we play Schalke on the Friday in the opener of the Bundesliga. I want to see Thiago start that game. These are the things that could lead us up to having a better feeling about the club because I have a feeling that things are happening behind the scenes that we don't understand. So Thiago has to start versus Schalke in 7 days in order for me to feel like, oh, he's leaving. Because I don't think Thiago would want to leave us while we're playing games, while we're in the middle of the transfer window to October the 3rd was only a thing because UEFA wanted to make sure that quarantine rules and all these things could be implicated and clubs had a lot of time to figure out solutions. But now we're in a situation where you have a season, you're already playing games, October 5th, you already know Champions League groups. Do you really want to change so many things? Do you want to change so much that you get confused? I don't know. So I don't think Thiago would want that. I don't think Bayern would want that. I don't think Liverpool would even want that. Why would you want a player to come in that late? They need time to integrate. You're wasting time. You're wasting that player at that point. Because now you have to figure out a whole new system. You have to tell certain players they have to sit on the bench. And it's a confusing concept. And for Bayern's perspective, if Thiago wants to leave and there's faith out there in the universe saying he will leave this summer, then the next few weeks, we have a Super Cup final. He can't play any of those because when Thiago leaves, all of a sudden, someone else is feeling like, or when he's here and playing and someone else feels like he's leaving, someone's like, why? I want to play. So there's a very political situation. It's complicated. It's very complicated today. So that's why I'm so confused. I'm very confused about this. Where is sore George? Wow, that's crazy. I'm not sore anymore. I have zero soreness apart from, my booty. I don't know. We're doing squats. We're doing a lot of squats in this weights class. It's weird. Why are we doing squats? I'm trying to get muscles and we're doing squats and exercise. We're trying. That's crazy. But seriously, there is so much confusion in this transfer window. Not just with Bayern, by the way. Bayern are accelerating their bid or their pursuits to get Serginho Dest. So we'll hear more about that in the coming days. I should expect Dest to be signed next week. Honestly, I'm saying that with a straight face. I think Serginho Dest is a must for Bayern now. He needs to come. He needs to get in the club. I think if you want your manager to figure out his team, look, I don't want us to go, this is the weird thing. We had a lot of time. The Champions League was the 23rd, and of course we had the celebrations. We won the trophy, but then you realize a couple of days after Coutinho's leaving, Perisic is leaving, Odriozola is leaving. So now you need to strengthen. And Oliver Batista Maya, everyone was saying he's a fourth-choice winger. I said he wasn't ready. Now he's on loan to get ready. These kids aren't ready the way you think they are, just because they scored a goal for Bayern too. They're not ready like that. They need to go out on loan. They need to get playtime. So Saprit Singh isn't here. Oliver Batista Maya isn't here. We have a lot of players that are young with Bayern too, went out on loan, for the next step in their development. And it takes time to be a young player at Bayern. A young player at Salzburg already has 20 plus Champions League appearances. They already have 1 billion minutes in their league. They have 1 billion minutes in important games, in Europa League games. They have minutes playing versus Liverpool. But when you're a young player at Bayern, you won't have the same expectations. Robert Flores, Thiago, oh no, Thiago, we need Dest. Do we really need Dest? Yes, of course we need Dest. Yeah, I'd love Thiago to stay. I really want to get some confidence, but I'm really feeling, I feel weird. I'd love to get some confidence, but I don't want to. I don't want to get confidence. I really don't. I don't want to get confident with anything to do with Thiago staying. I know for sure Alba signed a new contract because it's just logical. So Bild a month ago were reporting that. Or actually, Kalin Rumnich's own mouth said the talks with Alaba's agent, Pini Zahavi, were positive. And now all of a sudden they're saying it's pretty much back to square one where the demands are back. No, I think there are things that are coming, positive things that are going to happen. We got all this news. Perisic is leaving. The negotiations broke down with Inter. I don't think Bayern would try again. Inter Milan wanted at least 20 million euros. As Fabrizio Romano would say, 20 million euros plus add-ons. Millions euros. Seriously, Perisic broke down because we were offering 10 million plus 2 million in add-ons or something like that. We would have made it 12 million in performance-related bonuses. And it won't happen. Perisic is definitely going to be an Inter Milan player next season. Inter wanted him. Antonio Conte is ready for him. So why do I sound like a reporter? So that's it. You can't do anything about that. So now we need a 4-choice winger. We need an attacking. I'd still very much want like a Dominic Szoboszlai, even though I know for a fact he won't leave Salzburg. He said he wants to gain more experience. You can't do anything about that. So next year we'll see. We'll see next year. I mean, Real Madrid, sources coming out that they want Upamecano, Camavinga, and Mbappe. God, Madrid are going back to their... I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time till those Madristas, those Spanish Madristas are back to shouting away. Ah, man. It's only a matter of time till Real Madrid. Well, to be honest, I feel like Real Madrid they still need 3 years. This is what happens when you buy so many new players. You can't, Hazard got 2 goals even though he did play like 2,000 minutes. He played a lot of games, started a lot of games. Hazard got 2 goals. This is what happens when you make too many signings. And the same thing will happen at Chelsea. Kai Havertz will probably get 5 goal contributions and, 5 goals and then maybe like 7 assists. He won't get that many goals. You'll see what I mean. Players need time to gel. And the same thing with Real Madrid. I think, they're buying all these players and they're linked to Mbappe, Camavinga. They'll probably buy him next year. But for me, I'm happy that we have the team we do. Just keep building and adding to that. We can get Haaland. I saw a prediction for 2023 where they say Bayern Munich sign Haaland. I don't think that's happening. We can get Szoboszlai in January. Well, that would be ideal if Salzburg are out of the Champions League and he gained his experience. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, there's the January transfer window in literally 3 months. So what if a lot changes? What if we need... What if Muller gets a career-long injury or something? I don't know. You never know what happens. January is a weird window. We never really seem to make big signings in January, apart from Lucas Hernandez and Pavard. But those weren't even January signings because they didn't join us until like months after we signed them and paid the money for them. So the January window has always been a weird transfer window. I don't know if we're going to sign anyone. I want us to get a backup right back. I want a winger now. We need a winger. We absolutely do. I think people still just can't get over the fact that we signed Sane and it's making them like almost blind to the fact that we have 3 wingers for 2 positions and we are Bayern Munich. This is the club we support. Coman is injury prone. We know that for a fact. He gets a lot of injuries and he's sometimes frustrating on the pitch, but just outside of his performances, he's injury prone. Gnabry is knock prone. He picks up a lot of knocks. And he's out for like maybe a game and then he's back to himself. He's not a big concern of mine, Gnabry. Like he had a gastric problem or something like that and he got back from it. We are injury FC for a reason. So in my opinion, honestly, we have to be very careful going into this next season. Time to loan back James Rodriguez. Well, it'd be very hard considering he just joined Everton. He just joined them like 4 days ago or something like that. We're Injury FC. We need a fourth winger. I would love someone like a Szoboszlai, someone that can play as an attacking midfielder and as a winger on both sides too. And then there's Karim Adeyemi, who plays for Salzburg as well. Goodness, we should just start raiding Austria, man. Salzburg. God, I just almost made a crap joke there. Raiding Austria. All right, so no, we should. Bayern Munich should start raiding some Austria because look at the players they have. My goodness, they have this Daka guy who I was watching. This guy is cold. Technically very gifted. I'm telling you, we should start raiding Austria. We should start raiding Salzburg again. Not that we ever... Bayern Munich has a wonderful squad filled with young, hungry players, and the experienced players are hungry. Yes, we are very hungry. Unfortunately, I don't have any food, but I do have some... That's amazing. Memphis Depay is the solution. Oh, that's another one. Hey, someone told me a while back, what about Memphis Depay? No. I don't think I said no to Depay. Someone said Depay should go, I think it was Silo. Yeah, Depay should go to Dortmund and be a Sancho replacement. And I was like, Depay and Sancho. But now that I think about it, hello, George. Hello. Now that I think about it, in my honest opinion, I would love a Depay at Bayern. He can play as a striker and as a winger on both sides. And he can play like Lewandowski in the way that he likes to drop deep, and he's very good on the ball, dribbling-wise. He reminds me of a very short Lewandowski, Depay, just in a different, unusual way. He's not the same. He's more... Actually, Lewandowski has a lot of tricks. His first touch is orgasmatic, and that's not even a word. I made it up just to describe his first touch. But I'd love a Depay. Someone said it. I'd love a Depay. Someone that can just be that small. I wouldn't like Moussa Dembele. Absolutely not. Why would we need a striker? Batista Maya is the Eredivisie. Well, yeah, he just joined it. Is in the Eredivisie. See? Look, I can't read today. But yeah, he is. He did. I hope he has a great time there in Holland. There are a lot of young players out on loan now. There's Darmstadt with Lucas Mai. I'd like to see them play well. This is where you make or break yourself as a young player. Someone like a Chris Richards, I need him to go out on loan, And I know people could say the same thing about Tanguy Kasi, but you have to understand, Tanguy Kasi was starting games for PSG, so, he has that level of experience. But Chris Richards played first 5 minutes. I think he had a mistake where he was out of position. I think he lost the header, had to run back. That's the type of mistake I don't want. You don't want that type of mistake in the Bundesliga where you have punishers, teams that only turn up against Bayern. So for me, I just think we need to loan players. I think loans are so important. Philipp Lahm went on loan. Toni Kroos went on loan to Leverkusen. Loans are very important for how young players develop because it's not just about playtime. It's also about experiencing a different environment. When you're at Bayern, a young player, you pretty much have a great life. Everything is comfortable. I don't want these young players getting comfortable. That's my problem. Comfort for me has never been a portion of mine. I hate it. I don't like being comfortable. I'd rather be uncomfortable than comfortable. I don't like just laying on some people do, but comfort for these young players is we have to make them uncomfortable. Send them out to Swansea, and then they can hit the advertising boards with a pass and lose all their Okay, no, not those types of loans. Loans where that makes sense. You can't send them to relegation clubs. Renato Sanchez was one of the best up-and-coming youngsters. He should have been going to a club way above Swansea, but we sent him to Swansea because we thought he was a great young player, and he still is. Wish we had him back. He's 23. I wouldn't mind taking him. Comfort doesn't breed success. Exactly. The most successful people don't really pride their comfort. They pride moments of discomfort. And then that comes, and then they just get comfortable with getting uncomfortable. And then that's a repetition in their entire life. It's a complete cycle. So we need to do that to our young players. Let them experience different environments. if you're at Bayern and you're a youngster, you're a backup striker, you're not playing games. just sit on the bench and start crying, because you're never going to play over Lewandowski. Like, even when Lewandowski has a bad game where he doesn't score, he still has an amazing game. Like, Lewandowski's 9 out of 10 performance is a hat trick. You can't do anything about that. When Lewandowski has a 5 out of 10 performance, I gave Lewandowski a 5, and he had a great game. But because he didn't score, and his level and his expectations of himself, and from me and the fans, is that he scores every single game. Like, Lewandowski doesn't have bad games. If you're a midfielder, Thiago won't have a bad game. Even when Thiago has a bad game, maybe it's just because he wasn't 100% focused. What about Kimmich? Kimmich never has a bad game. Even when Kimmich has a bad game, he's still so good. So there is a very high level of expectation with Bayern senior players that if you're a young player, it's very hard to break through that, which is why loans are so important. I think our biggest threat this season is complacency. Well, it hasn't been an issue for the last 8 years. No. Flick out. Hansi out. He won the Champions League. We didn't want that. We wanted the Europa League. To be fair, with Niko Kovac in charge, I do think he would have compensated, and we would have got knocked out of a group stage, or we would be fighting for Europa League qualification spots next year, and we'd be figuring out if we're playing in Azerbaijan or Hungary on Thursday nights while it's raining. Can he do it in Thursday nights in Stokes? Rain? No. Can he do it on a Thursday night in Ukraine, in Azerbaijan? That's what you want to ask. We don't need a replacement for Havertz. We need one for Müller. Who says we need a replacement for her? I don't get it. I have. Why are we replacing a player we don't have? Yeah. Pavard will cover more positions, cover more than Boateng for Kimmich if Kimmich plays at right back. Thiago, Goretzka midfield. Maybe my agenda wanting Pavard as center back could finally work. Yeah, Pavard. I wanted Pavard as a center back, and then it didn't happen, and then that's how I got blocked, because I started an agenda against right back Pavard. And that's why I want us to sign a right back so bad. Not just because it's great backup, but I love an attacking, not just attacking. Look, our game is built on physicality higher up the pitch. We don't defend like Atletico Madrid. I think people have this image in their heads that we get caught in 1v1s and we have to be impeccable. Look how good Lucas Hernandez played for France. France are a park the bus team with counterattack. They're not the same system. So, you have to put things into context. Lucas Hernandez, in his entire career, played in teams that played deep. So what we need to get out of him is just this. I don't know. Look at Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos has the same thing Lucas does. Just the energy, the defensive, just rock. Yeah, we need to get that. I do think we get that out of Lucas, but we need to definitely mold him into a player, and that's why we need to be patient. We need to have patience with patience. We need to be patient with him. I said Bayern should get Jabozley as a replacement for not getting Havertz. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a replacement then, because you never had anything to replace. Do you think Pavard was the signing of the season? The signing of the season? Who would it have been? No, I'd say the signing of the season was Odriozola. Yeah, he was absolutely... Pavard was the signing of... Was Pavard here last season? No. Pavard and Lucas joined. Yeah. So Pavard would definitely be... Well, he was here last season. I keep thinking we're still in last... Oh, man. It takes me a while. My brain doesn't process as fast as some of your brains do. So, so, right. We do definitely need to... Yeah, Pavard definitely has been the signing. First of all, I think it's mainly due to the fact that our other signings just decided to simultaneously get injured, right? Coutinho didn't play well. Coutinho did well at the beginning. You saw the player in him. The compilations like Phil Coutinho is back. You saw it. Coutinho had sauce at the beginning, but with more and more players and then Flick came in, and then different things. Muller came into himself completely and started breaking records. So I don't know. Coutinho had a decent season, but maybe it's just the fact that we paid a lot of money for him, and then that's what people are considering in their heads. Hey, look, I remember January, we had a whole war chest of 250 million to spend. Bayern wanted Sané, and we all know Sané would have costed us a lot of money. We wanted Havertz, we wanted Upamecano, we wanted a lot of players, man. And then the pandemic happened, and then things changed, circumstances arised, and now we can't do what we wanted to do. So, right. I mean, let's talk about Thiago more. So if Thiago leaves, well, it's going to be confusing. I don't know. Does he leave this week? No. Because, okay, first of all, there's a lot of things that go into a transfer. If you watch the Spurs All or Nothing documentary, there's a lot of talk that goes into a transfer. First of all, I mean, people are saying Liverpool. Why did reporters say personal terms agreed? Personal terms are just, hey man, how long do you want to be here? Oh, 10 years. Those are personal terms. Just agreeing that you should join us those are personal terms agreed. We agreed personal terms with Sané before we drafted up his contract and negotiated his contract. For me, personal terms are so easy. Just telling a player, do you want to join us? And him saying yes. Those are personal terms. So for me, Liverpool probably asked Thiago, do you want to join us? And Thiago said yes. No, Klopp I don't know. I don't get it. It seems like Klopp's the only one that may want Thiago, while the Liverpool board don't care. They don't want to spend money on the player. Apparently, according to some weird source, Bayern upped their price on Thiago, which is weird. Even weirder. We have a good winger in the under-19s. Oh no, another Wi-Fi password name I have to pronounce. Gunther. Yeah, I hope he's good. Oh, I can't wait. There's Toby. Yeah, we'll call him Toe Ryan. Toe Ryan. Yes. Gunther. Oh, thanks, man. So Thiago definitely would be an odd. I just don't know. Why would Thiago leave Bayern in October? It wouldn't make sense, right? And then in 7 days we actually return to action. If things are normal, right? I expect a Thiago Goretzka midfield with Kimmich a right back. I expect that. Because you can't pull Goretzka out. I mean, look how important he was against Barcelona. I remember seeing people say Goretzka won't do this against it. But then look what he did to De Jong. De Jong's the more saucy player, apparently. Yet Goretzka had him all over the place. He had him running places he didn't want to go. Goretzka is so important for how our physical game is in the midfield. And then Thiago controls the tempo. The goal we scored was Thiago moving the ball to Kimmich to Gnabry to Neuer, back to Kimmich, edge of the box, Kimmich to Coman, back post. That's a great goal, but it starts with Thiago breaking the lines. He's so important in that aspect. So in 7 days, if this talk with Liverpool is not advanced, I don't see the transfer happening. Well, because we start our season. Liverpool play tomorrow. And this is where I'm confused. They play tomorrow in the Premier League. They open the Premier League as champions, as current champions of the Premier League. They open, and they have to start their season. So it's just weird. Just shut down the club. How do you win the Premier League and don't have 30 million? Great. Tobin Ryan, exactly. Glad to see you again, says Swaggy McSwagger's dude. Wow, amazing. Dest could be winger number 4. He can dribble. No, we're not buying him as a winger. We're buying him as a right back. He could play as a winger. You know, he's versatile, but you know, dribbling isn't the only trait that wingers have. You also have to have a hunger for goals. And I don't think he's, you know, look at Gnabry. Gnabry wants to break himself to just score 4 goals against our, you know, that's, you know, at Bayern we have to have a higher quality of wingers, which is why we bought Sané, because Sané, he wants to just do what he wants to nutmeg you and get a cross and get an assist. So for me, that's just how I feel. I genuinely feel like Schalke received 1 million in bonuses after. Wow, Schalke getting money. Well, yeah, that's. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it like that, but I don't want Des to be a winger. I want him to be a right back. And he said it himself. He can play as a left back too. Yeah, he can probably. Yeah, in the only two positions he's been in for Ajax in actual professional games, right back and left back. I mean, hey, the guy's left foot, very good. Very good. Oh, his Ajax contract expires in 2 years. Well, you know what? We need him quick. We need him quick, man. We need signings when we lose quality. That's what Hansi Flick said. So it's not just us saying it. Sané is a beast. Yes, all Liverpool players have no value. Gnabry is more of a second striker than winger. No, he's a winger. Well, yeah, I get where you're coming with that, but what see his crossing? It's he scores a lot of goals coming out from the wide areas. Look at the goal versus Lyon. That's a winger goal. That's not a second striker goal. A second striker goal would be right next to Lewandowski, like Müller would be, and then it's a tap in. Or Alaba makes a great cross across, it's curled, and then you tap it in from a different run. That would be a second striker goal. Gnabry scores a lot of winger goals, and he plays as a winger. He's a winger for me. He could play as a second striker. He could probably play all positions. But the only reason he played like that for Hoffenheim was because of Nagelsmann's system, where he was a roaming 10 or a roaming attacker. But for me, he's not like that type of dribbling winger. Well, he can dribble, but I think he prefers the 1-2 layoffs. That's why him and Kimmich work so well. When will Barry Hepburn play? Oh, he's saucing it up in the under-17s. Yeah, he'll move to the under-19s within this season. If he's saucing it up, I don't think watch his Instagrams. The kid is already saucing it up. In his first 2 games, I think he's already doing wonders, and I think I could definitely see him do it. We could sign Zaha. He's gonna cost a lot of money for being 28 and having 5 goals. Zaha. God, SKB, Jesus. I keep saying Jabozley is not leaving. Get it out of your head. I would have thought with the change to 5 substitutions. No, there is no 5s. There are only 3 now. The Bundesliga rejected it. I don't think there are 3. Well, the clubs, I think, voted on it, and they're keeping the 3 subs. It would be really advantageous to Bayern, wouldn't it? Because we get to rest our players and give our good. There are 5 in Bundesliga. No, they changed it, didn't they? The rule, I think they revoted or something like that. Why would they get out? 5 subs? Nah, that's stupid. That's so dumb. Actually, I like that irritates me. Why 5 subs? Yeah, that's almost half your team. It is literally if you don't sub up your goalkeeper. Nah, I'm not a fan of that. Never been. Not a fan. It's not like Flick abused it, but I just feel like it gives smaller teams a chance to, do they have the depth we have or Dortmund have or Leipzig have? Leipzig are bringing on players. Wi-Fi passwords that are turning into world. I mean, Leipzig just signed Angelino. Dang, that's a very good signing for RB Leipzig. That's a great signing. Angelino from City is probably City's best left back in my opinion. Like this is the types of players I don't understand. Just because he didn't cost 100 million, Pep doesn't want to play him. Yeah, he rejoins. They will buy him at the end of the season, so that's pretty crazy. But you get the depth that the top 4 in the Bundesliga have. I don't think you can compare that with a Frankfurt or a Arminia Bell. It's not a good rule. 5 players is stupid. It's good for Bayern if we abuse it, but Flick never really did. But we will abuse it considering we'll have so many games in a congested time period. Maybe that's why they did it. But the Premier League is only 3 subs. Yeah, they should go back to the 3. I'm not sure about 5. 5 subs? That's crazy. I think the Kingsley we saw in the Champions League final was great. I hope he keeps on playing in that way. No, not his overall game. He still lacked the final cross. He overhit a lot of passes to Davies. Yeah, he didn't link well. I mean, look, that's because I'm an objective person. He scored a great goal, and I'm very proud he did that. but you have to analyze his entire game if you're going to say he was great in the overall game, because he wasn't that great. But there was a moment where everyone was asking, why did Flick choose Coman? You know, I want Coman to do well, but you can't keep, you know, he didn't play well against. He took Kehrer on a few times, but Thilo Kehrer played very well. He maybe like one time he got past Kehrer and it was a penalty, in my opinion. Coman needs to put his head down and work, because Sané is in now, and you can't do. He can't. Yeah, I mean, how many of the 1v1 dribbles did he score from? Did we get an assist or create a goal-scoring opportunity? 0. And that, you know, that's like, this is exactly what I mean. He can do the dribbling. He's great at it. He's talented. But dribbling isn't the only thing. He troubled Kehrer. Well, he scored. He didn't get any significant moments from dribbling, from taking on Kehrer. That he didn't. I'm not. No. I mean, there was a penalty there, yes, but there was no penalty then. The referee didn't call it. VAR didn't call it. I don't know. I want to see Coman do it every single. I just, you know, when Sané dribbles, he'll get like one time out of the 3 times that he gets successful dribbles through, he's gonna get an assist or a goal. Gnabry, he doesn't need to take 10 players on. Sometimes Gnabry just cuts in, bang, he gets past. He did it to Robertson, and then there's the assist for the own goal for Matip. That's it. That's what we need. Barcelona fans already screaming Coman out. Ronald McDonald's. Yeah, I want to. Sané is another one. You know what the thing is? You can't blame Sané for not playing as well as he did for Germany. I mean, because it's Joachim Low. First of all, I don't blame Niklas. That's why I don't watch Germany that much and then judge Bayern players. Because Germany aren't a good system for our players. They're playing a back 3, a very defensive system. You know, you're going from Bayern, highly attacking, high line, and all of a sudden you're dropping back 50 yards. I don't know. I just think Niklas Süle doesn't look good in a back 3. And I'm saying that now as his father. He doesn't look good in a back 3. He never did. He looks like, you know how Upamecano plays for Leipzig, pushes himself into the midfield to try and, you know, disrupt the lines from the press. He did it against Spain and Ukraine, or Switzerland actually, and he didn't look good. And that's not me hating. He genuinely didn't look good in a back 4, a back 3. A back 2 where you have a center, but yes, it makes, and then you're pushing higher. You're utilizing your strengths. Yeah, our players aren't meant for tight defending. We're meant for attack, higher up the pitch, caught up the pitch, have to run back. That's what I like. Have you seen the news that Liverpool offered the 35? Yeah, the 30 million, but Bayern suddenly wanted 35 million. I don't know why. That's so weird to imagine. As a journalist, how dumb would you sound saying that? I don't think Liverpool bid anything for Thiago. I don't even think they want to bid. They want Thiago for free, probably. Man. Yep, it's fake news. Without Bayern, Germany is nothing. That's true. That would be true. I mean, what, 6 or 7 players that, come on, they were Bayern players in the World Cup in 20, and our manager played for Bayern. So yes, technically we created Hansi Flick before. Yes. So, hey, is that why Flick joined as an assistant manager? Because I assume he had a, I think he retired from the director. I mean, Flick had to know. This is why I liked when he said he wanted veto power, because clearly he has an idea of what he wants to do for his team. He has a philosophy, which is why Germany hired him, and Germany have some of the best footballing education for just in general, like Klopp, Tuchel. You know, the top teams are managed by German coaches, and that's because of the German education in football. And yeah, so Hansi was already exactly, he was. Joachim Low was picking his nose, trying to pick his team the same way he picked his nose. But yeah, you know what? I do think Flick played probably the most important part. I think he brought the unity that Germany lacked from previous tournaments, and he brought that unity over, from 2010. I mean, dang, I can't believe just. I can't believe how Flick just how this it's such a coincidence. Sometimes I wonder if we're lucky. Did we deserve Flick? I mean, you'd have to, but why didn't Flick manage before? You always wonder that to yourself. What do you think about Pavard for his position as center? Yeah, I would love Pavard as center back. Always wanted it, but he blocked me, so now I hate him. Yeah, honestly, I think Pavard would be a very good center back. I genuinely do. I saw him in the international. I wanted him here at Bayern because at Stuttgart he was a better center back. Man, he was so good, so efficient with his passing. And you saw his pass for Gnabry to get him in behind. It didn't, but that was from center back. Yeah, I wanted Pavard as center back, but it didn't happen. So now we're stuck. And now I'll just keep my agenda. I'll keep it going. Pavard is striker. See, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm over here complaining about Joachim Low when I'm enjoying Germany being crap. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I enjoy it. As long as Bayern players aren't crap, then yeah. I don't trust the news. I don't either. I don't have any faith or confidence. I just have. I really want to be skeptical about everything, but the next day I'm hearing news that Thiago is staying, and the next day it's a completely different story. This is why the news is so annoying sometimes. It's so annoying. So yeah, I mean, it's the 19th anniversary of 9/11, which was a pretty. It's weird how disasters, bring people together, except the coronavirus for some reason. But yeah, that's a huge part of just American history, especially in the modern day. So there were a lot of people that lost their lives in a very evil act of terrorism that changed pretty much just everything, man. So we remember the victims today as well, and it just shows how. Look, you think about how a teacher came into my class and they lost their husband or something, or someone that was very close. I don't know. One of my teachers way back when lost someone very important to them, and yeah, that was huge. So we remembered the victims and the people that got, unfortunately, absolute disaster. And I watched the documentary. It's so crazy how things work, but yeah, that's just what we can do. That's genuinely sad, and yeah, we definitely want to remember the victims. Lowe should be sacked. Yeah, no. Oh, Lahm. I was thinking about this. Philipp Lahm would be an amazing coach for Germany. He would Yeah. I think he would be good. He would understand. Why didn't Lahm Lahm should start taking this coach. He doesn't even care about coaching, does he? He cares about fishing and taking care of his family and doing charitable things. Ugh, disgusting. Yeah, I don't know. Flick would be an amazing coach for Germany. You can't have him. You can't. If Flick joins Germany, we're screwed. You think we can do anything with this board? No. Flick has to stay at Bayern. Oh, what about Bastian? Yeah, Schweinsteiger would definitely. But he wants to be a pundit before he wants to be a coach. I can see. Why don't Germany ever. Why do they always hire only. Is that a rule that you have to hire only people from your country? No, clearly not. Didn't Lowe. Not Lowe. Jurgen Klinsmann managed some African country. Was it? No, it was Cameroon. So. Yeah, he managed them. So. Yeah, come on. I do speak German. It's an easy language. Ich bin happy today. Can't wait for El Clasica. I don't know what I do know what Der Clasica is. El Clasico this year is definitely not going to be. We're towards the end of the show. Thank you everyone that tuned in today. I swear this channel is such a therapy session for me because now I have to go Oh shoot, I have class in 4 minutes. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace. Okay, I can do it today. Wish me luck. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a killing. Oh crap, we're doing upper body today.